up? What's going on? Woo! That's good. Y'all doing all right? How's it going? Casey Matthews, Casey_Matthews_artist in the house. Margarita boy. Got the regulars. I guess there's regulars. Nespa Licarol. Licaro. That shouldn't have been that hard. I don't know what's wrong with me. Y'all doing all right? Let's go down here. Let's go up here. Feels good to stretch. Man. Just heard my back crack. Okay. Y'all know the drill. I'll wait another minute and then get the whole thing going. Constant. I have such a hard time pronouncing these fucking names. Constant artist. What are you up to? What are you up to? What are you up to? What you up to? What are you up to? I'm here reaching out to you, man. Trying to help. That's what I'm up to. Okay. I will wait just another 20, 30 seconds. And then we'll do this. Little sun. Am I blinding you with the glare coming off my head? Am I blinding you? You need to go get your sunglasses? Okay. People jumping on. That's great. Hi from Brazil. No W on the end of hello, Val.Legero. No W, it's just HELLO. And I do not know Eniko Bhakti. I've never heard of the online art fest. So I have no idea. Okay. Sip of the hair on shave. I just shaved. I'm not going to shave again. Okay? Goodness, you're worse than my mother nagging me about that. All right. That's what you meant. You know, people just throw out words and it's just very vague and unclear. All right. That's enough time. I'm in a hurry. It's going to be short today. Once again, I'm going to say very quickly, please join my email list. That's the best way to stay in touch. If you go to www.howardsherman.com and you click on contact, you can join my email list. You got to hit the black button and subscribe. I've been busy as usual, and I don't have that much else to report. I've got a show opening in a couple of weeks, and I'm pretty excited about that. And if you want more information about that, email me, and that would be great. Anyway, yeah, so it's nice to be having a show in the middle of a pandemic. I guess I'll just say that. So, anyway, and I want to say really quickly that there are several people who have been emailing me, and I read them and I see them, and I try and respond to all of them or as many of them as I can. And some of you who I don't really know in real life, who strangely some of you think you do know me in real life, but you don't. But that's another topic. But anyway, I understand what you're going through, and a lot of people have been emailing with challenges, and they're going through challenging times and difficulties, and trying to figure out where their art sort of plugs into all that. Anyway, I appreciate your candor, and I read your emails, and I'll do my best to answer them. Anyway, so here we go. All right. Today, what I'd like to talk to you about, I'm going to kind of pull another idea from the How to See book by Jerry Saltz. I did that last week. And if you didn't see that video, you can go to my website and it's on the Live from the Studio page. So click on the Live from the Studio page. You can watch that and all the other ones because I do think that they'll be helpful to you. Okay? So, and that's why I'm here. I'm trying to do stuff during the pandemic to help y'all out a little bit. Okay, today's a short and sweet one. I just want to talk to you about how to be a seeing machine. And basically what that means is there's a couple ways that people look at artwork. There's the ways that artists look at artwork and the ways that non-artists look at artwork. If you're not an artist and you're on here, I think this is going to be useful to you because it will open your mind, expand how you look at things, and maybe not even just artwork, but everything. I think that when I am going and looking at artwork in the real world, in real life with artists, it's different than how you look at artwork with non-artists. I think that artists go up and they put their nose right in the painting or the sculpture or whatever. They look at the sides, they look at the surface, they look at the texture. They get up close, they look at the edges. They want to know how, they pay attention to how it's made, what it's made on, where it's placed, the setting that it's in, the lighting that it's in. You want to know all the mechanisms underneath the skin. You want to know the whole thing. I think that by spending a lot of time looking at both good art and bad art, you get better at looking at all art and you get better at making what you make. Even in a pandemic, I think there's ways to get out and look at other art safely. But when this is over and like all things, not good things, I almost said good things, bad things. But like all things do come to an end, there will come a time where everything will open up again and maybe where you're at, things are already opened up again. But there will come a time where you can get out much easier than now and look at things. And I think in a weird way, maybe you should go through a little extra effort and find a way to look at things, get out and look at work that you can see. Maybe you go and put on a mask and visit a friend's studio without anybody else around. Now more than ever, maybe it's important for you to go through the effort to do that. But I think that it's important to always be looking, and not on your phone and not on your computer, but in the real world. You need to see things in person. You need to think of yourselves as a seeing machine. You want to know, it's almost like you want to lift up the hood on a car and see the engine and see how everything runs. And I think that artists pay attention to all the little things. Like I said earlier, the textures, the surfaces, the colors, the sides, the edges, the back, everything. And so if you want to look at art in a whole new way, then that's the way to do it, even if you're not an artist, and you'll have a whole new appreciation for it. And I think that sometimes that starts to transcend whether you're looking at quote unquote art or a painting in a gallery or museum setting. It starts to reflect on how you look at a lot of other things in the world. Okay? And that's actually probably a really good thing, wouldn't you think? I'm trying to do the little bird's eye view, ant's eye view, right up the crotch. I don't know. Okay, enough of that sophomoric entertainment of myself. Anyway, that's really it for today. This is a short one. Get out and be a seeing machine. Get out and be a seeing machine. Take it all in. I will take some questions and we'll make it super short and sweet today because I got a lot to do. Okay? But I did want to help you. So hopefully that helped. I also want to say one other thing before I take questions. I would like to get, I'm pointing at you now. Oof. It takes so little for me to entertain myself, really. What I'd like you to do is, if there's something you'd like me to cover, if I miss your question, now that I'm going to take a few minutes of questions, but if I do miss your question, there's something really imperative that you want me to cover, send me an email and I'll think about it. Okay. So feel free to send me an email and I will think about it. Anyway, I'll take a few minutes for questions, and that will be it. And I will sort of sit down and scroll through and see if I did get some questions. Eniko Bhakti. Even in quarantine, I'm looking and seeing by visiting my inner environment. Great. Get out and visit your outer environment. You can still go outside and take a walk and look at things. It's not quite what I was talking about today, but you should keep that in mind. Casey_Matthews_artist. What book are you talking about? I don't know which book. I probably recommended several books. Val.Ligiero. I said your paintings, your work is wonderful. Val.Ligiero. Thank you very much. Any questions? In English, please. I'm getting Portuguese on here, which is great, but I don't speak Portuguese. I have a hard enough time just with English, if you can't tell, especially if I haven't had a lot of coffee. Questions. Okay, another one. We've got a very active Eniko Bhakti. Do you have themes? No question mark there, but I guess it's a question. Do you have themes? I don't normally have themes. They pop up on very, very rare occasions. And I sometimes sort of fuse a theme on to something after I'm done, which is really not always terribly sincere. But I don't plan on themes. Themes is a pretty broad word. Themes could be narrative themes, color themes, pictorial themes. So I don't really know what you mean by such a general question, but I generally don't have concepts in mind or themes in mind when I work. Okay, there's a few more questions here. Okay, there's a few questions, a few lame excuses. And Kabaki, maybe they are subconscious. You might have a good point. Cabby_N. If you email me, I'll send you a price sheet about that piece. It's still available. Okay. Is that it for today? Wow, we'll get out of here quick. I always say that, and there's a little bit of a delay with the questions because people, I guess, have to type them, and my Wi-Fi kind of sucks. We're waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. No more questions? Okay. Is that it? Is that it? Okay, that's probably it then. All right. Send me those emails for if you have something you want to talk about, get on the email list. That would be great. And I will talk to you later. Okay? Bye-bye.